Alright. Hello everyone. Welcome back to some more Planescape Torment. And let us resume life. Ah yes, okay, it's before we entered there. Alright, I've done some poking around. I didn't want any spoilers, but I have found out there's a couple other things you can do in this area.
Looks like the Dusty's lost one of the deaders.
Before we completely move on. There should be a guy, yes. Should have figured him for a person we should talk to. He is a strange man in robes, but he's not the same robes as the Dusties. Cowled figure is hunched by the mortuary gate. His face is obscured by shadows of his hood. Although you can see of his chin is covered with stubble and what appears to be a foul green and purple rash. The rash seems heaviest around his neck, fading as it crawls up his chin. Yo. The figure doesn't budge. There's a moment of silence, then he responds in a high-pitched voice that sounds more suited to a girl of 10 years than a man. Hi? Who are you? Pucks am I, eh? What are you doing? Wait for dinners, do I, hey? Debtors? Corpses? Why? Find the debtor, take him through the gate, get some drink, and then I wait, hey? Through the gate? Why? A debtor's to a dustman, that's a corpse to a collector. Bring them to dead, they give you a proper copper at the gate. They do, eh? Collector, what's that? Aye, collector, gather debtors. Bring them to dustman at the gate for drink. I see, I have other questions. Do you know someone named Ferrod? Aye, Ferrod, collector. Big name is wait. Cast long shadow does he? Do you know where I might find him? Aye, in the hive here. Here's somewhere, aye. Can you be more specific? Aye, somewhere's in the hive he is. Ferrod hive he does. Very hard finding he is. Not worth finding he is. Not worth finding? What do you mean? Aye, many hates him, other collectors even. Shargrave hates him, not like Ferrod at all, aye. Shargrave? Aye, Shargrave big name, carry weight, cast long shadow, he does. Tell Pox what to do, he does. Would your boss, this Shargrave, know where Ferrod is?
Updated my journal.
Aye, Shargrave knows docks, he does. No Ferrod a hiding, he does. Shargrave in Ragpicker Square, many blocks west of here, aye. Say, Shargrave, that Puck sends ya, tell him. Shargrave becomes sharecropper with Pucks, he will, aye. Ragpicker Square, west of here? Alright, I'll go look for this Shargrave then. Alright, that's one of the things, so we have a reason to go to the west now, more so. What is this? This is the open tomb. maybe not. Go in there, they think one of the deaders has come back. This seems unclaimed and, at least at the moment, open. Let us save game.
Done.
Small dwelling. Oh. This man looks haunted. His eyes are half lidded as he is troubled sleeping. His hair is long and unkempt. His beard is flecked with bits of dead skin and old bits of food. He doesn't seem to notice you as you approach. Hello? The man glances up at the sound of a voice and his slack expression vanishes. It looks like someone has lit two fires in his eyes. What be your business hanging in my house? His eyes narrows, his teeth clenched. Get or I'll send you to whatever grave you crawled from. Calm yourself. I had some questions. The man's face turns blood red and he begins shouting. Are you dead? With a snarl of a snap of his feet. You filthy scar-biting dog if you ain't, off if you are, even the powers that be won't be able to save your hide. Go ahead and try if you think you have the strength. Not exactly what I was having in mind, but it seems to have been what happened. I thought we were supposed to be able to just walk in here and everything would be fine. I don't know what happened. I don't know why. I just read that this is a place you could do that in.
Casual. Done.
How about we talk to her instead? I may have turned into one of the walking dead. Make a worker till she looks at her husband, hopelessly till it rots away. Why did your husband sign such a thing? Made of cotton, then got ear to the bringing home some chink, then custom. He's prideful, but I think he's hurting himself more by doing so. Can't be undone. I've tried. I've spoken to the dustman he did the signing with, but he's cold and chill like like all the dusties. He even lectured me on me husband as if I had no right to try and help him. He was cold and cruel, he was. Let me see what I can do. Who is this dustman your husband signed the contract with? Actually, show more. Yeah. Dusty calls himself Gravesend. I know not his first name. He has a table at the dustman's bar at the Hive Gathering Dust. I believe the place is named. You can most likely find him there. Trying to get a bit more people to sign his contracts. I'll see him out when. Then where is this Gathering Dust bar?
Updated my journal.
Don't return such a friendly gesture. She seems grateful, then her worried expression returns. But I must ask you not to let on I tell you such a thing. My husband has a terrible temper. If he were to find out, she shudders. Promise that your husband will not find out. Thank you, stranger. I appreciate the help. It's no trouble. I'll go about undoing your husband's contract now. That's a much more friendly turn of events. We're heading out in the UV. Good day.
Done. I'm gone.
Oh. Small fry gun, right. Are you the one that signed the dead contract of Angyar? Me happy thinks over a moment. I do recall the name, however. I do not recall the name, however. I'd like to sell that contract. Do you have that contract with you? Frowns and looks to the folds of his robes. I do not normally keep documents with me, but it may be that. He pulls forth a sheaf of papers from within his robes and begins leafing through documents. No, I have not. I don't have it on me. Would you like me to fetch it from the back rooms? Not exactly. I would like to cancel that contract. I'm afraid that it's impossible. The contract is signed and sealed and binding. The contract is tearing a man's life apart. It's causing him distress. It's possible that he may not even be able to approach the true depth of such emotions churning in his mind. Choose it over for a moment. Looks like you have negotiated him into a corner. I cannot. It is a matter of law, my friend. Besides, the burden lies upon the signer to overcome his own feelings in order to reach the true death. I cannot. So what you're saying is you'll deny him the true death for the sake of a piece of parchment. He sighs, holds up his hands as if to placate you. Look, it is not how you are making it out to be. You also hold philosophy of detachment and contempt. To damn a man's soul for over a piece of paper. Do other members of your faction know of your conduct, and other member do other members of your faction know your conduct in this regard? If not, they soon will. Show more. And nine hells wait here. He drops his voice to whisper, and keep your bone box latched. He gives an angry scowl and thumps off. We'll wait. A few seconds later he returns, holding the dusty piece of parchment which he gives you. Here, he sniffs dismally. For a man's peace of mind, now be gone and meddle me with your preachings no longer. I will leave, for now. Farewell. I just negotiated a man's life.
Maybe I can
Done.
cut it.
And outscreamed this bitch. Out logic the nameless one, I dare you. I dare you, motherfucker.
Interested is their broken what looks like. Maybe I can cut it dusty. Almost. Were you able? Yes, I was able to get the contract from, Martai. Here it is. She looks relieved, her eyes become misty. Oh, by the powers, you must be a diva in disguise to do such a thing for someone you barely know. Just give it over, be
Updated my
nice.
journal.
And if you could show me your husband the contract, say that you got it for him, but don't say how. I'd appreciate it. Very well, I'll do it for him then. Greetings. My glasses up for your voice, his slack research vanishes. What be your business, brigand in my house? His eyes narrows, his teeth clench. Get, or I'll send you back to whatever grave you crawled from. Show more. Four. Show him the contract. As you pull out the contract, the blood drains out of Angar's face. For a moment, he seems lost for words. Then his temper quickly resurfaces. Where'd you get that? By the powers that best tell me. I took it from a desk named Moriarty. It has your name on it. Angar can't he seemed to keep his eyes from the contract. What you be doing bringing it to me? He looks suspicious. To ransom it? Tear up the
Updated
contract.
my journal.
You tear up the parchment, and Angar's eyes follow the bits of paper. They float to the ground with desperate look. He shudders slightly, then strengthens as if a great weight was lifted from him. He looks like he's about to thank you, then stops and stares at you suspiciously. Nothing's free, not in the hive cutter.
If feel free, if you feel the need to pay me, I had some questions. He nods. Ask your questions. Can I ask you why you signed the contract? Perhaps the sheer amount of riches and wealth that surrounds ye, that distracted ye. He snorts. We have less than nothing, and the new jink didn't seem to matter too much at the time. That it might come from, and selling me body to the Dusties is a lot more honest than most work around here. What caused you to change your mind? It's just, he sighs. I saw one of them zombies in the streets half a month ago. One of them zombies that work for the Dusties. It stabbed me in the heart. I knew I'd made a mistake. I didn't want to be any part of that after death. We've all had our share of mistakes. I suppose so. Had other questions. I'm looking for a man named Farrell. Do you know where I can find him? Not I. The name being known to me, and not a fond name it is either. What can you tell me about him? He frowns. He's one of them collectors, and with a long shadow. There's quite a few boys in his beck and call. He may not be a lord of the realm, but he's not a smart one to tangle with, lord or no. Do you know where I can find
Updated
him?
my journal.
Aye, but I won't be doing you a favor telling you. His frown deepens. One of me kin fell into his lot a few months back and spilled some of the dark of old Farod. To hear tell, Farod's actually got his kit buried somewhere under Red Picker Square. To get to it, there's some kind of portal you need to jump through while carrying some junk in your hand. Where's this Red Picker Square? I've been there, but I didn't know I was actually on the right trail. Interesting. It's a few blocks from here. Go straight west from the mortuary gate. Keep going till you start seeing trash and rags piled up everywhere. You do best to walk careful there. Collectors there don't always wait for a body to die if you collect it on a corpse here. I have some other questions, but you've been most helpful, sir. My goodness, this is payment in full as far as I'm concerned already. I've lost a journal of mine. Have you seen one? Worth a try. He frowns and shakes his head. Haven't seen a thing such as that, Cutter. Maybe answer one of my other questions for me. Do you mind if I rest here? He nods. That's the least I can do. I'll have my wife get some blankets for you. Thank you.
I feel stronger.
You have rested for 8 hours. Yeah! Fuck yeah! And I probably can ask and rest anytime I want to, so with that, I thank you very much.
I'm gone.
The hive at night. Nothing more better than the hive during the day. Local dustman named Amric, who not only knew the collector Pharaoh, but he has suspicions of Pharaoh's fresh supply of corpses that he was dropping off at the mortuary. I offered to look into the matter, and Amric proposed to reward me if I find out where the corpses come from. From what read of the directions tattooed on my back, I was supposed to have a journal with me when I woke up in the mortuary. If I find it, hopefully it can help me figure out what's going on. From more read of the directions tattooed on my back, I need to find someone named Farrell. I'm not certain where to start looking. Hopefully asking some of the locals in this strange place will allow me to track him down. Here we go. Is this like a full listing of everything so far? Day 0 hour 8. My journal's gone missing, so I've started a new one. Hour 9:14. We are just about to hit the full day of in-game time. Anna's a tiefling, a brush girl on the brink of womanhood. Her tail slashes when she gets angry. She's a canny gutter snipe, and the hive seems to be a second skin for her. Mort. Mort is a talking skull. His sole weapon seems to be his mouth, whether for taunting or for biting. He seems to be along for the ride whether you want him or not. You are somewhat curious as to how he's able to float around. Nameless one. You are nameless. You woke on a slab in the mortuary in Sigil, covered in scars and tattoos, your memory gone. Who has done this to you and why? You don't know yet. You are going to find out. Non-player character collections. Collectors. Okay. So yeah, look for robed guys. Collectors are the pathetic remnants of humanity cast adrift in the hive. They scrape together an imitation of life by collecting the dead that accumulate in the streets of the hive ward and drag them to the mortuary in exchange for money with the dustmen. You know they have gathered your body from the streets on occasion. Dabus. The Dabus are servants of the Lady of Pain, an enigmatic ruler of Sigil. They float above the ground and speak in revuses, symbols strung together to spell out words. They tear down walls and construct streets under this unspoken command of the Lady. There's something about them that strikes you as wrong. Denora. A ghostly apparition, Denora claims she knows you as her love. Whatever keeps her in the physical plane must be powerful indeed for her to stave off death for so long. Dying does not seem to have improved her disposition. Zahal. An elderly scribe that looks very old. His skin is wrinkled and has a slight trace of yellow, like old parchment. Dead charcoal gray eyes lie within an angular face. A non-human face, as the ears narrow to points. A large white beard flows in the front of his black robes like a waterfall. He coughs occasionally. The book he works in front of is huge and seems to contain many names. Dustmen are caretakers of the mortuary, a huge morgue filled with bodies. The faction seems to be pretty somber bunch, rarely showing expression or interest in anything. They seem intent only upon taking care of all the dead bodies that come into the mortuary, cataloging them, preparing them, and then burying them somewhere. The giant skeletons that we saw near the bottom in the mortuary. Giant skeletons are made of the bones of giants, given a semblance of life through necromancy. Though these skeletons have no ligaments or musculature, their joints are bound in iron bolts and their bones are reinforced with leather straps and cords wound beneath their armor. These skeletons size belies their great speed and their skill with their great swords. The archaic armor and weapons these skeletons use do not look like they have suffered from age, and their blades are razor sharp. It is possible that their armor is cleaned daily by one of the mortuary workers. Skeletons suffer less damage than any suffer less damage from any slashing or piercing weapons, causing weapons such as clubs and hammers to inflict more normal damage. Midwives and sigil midwives fill many roles. They act as repositories of knowledge, whether subject be birthing a baby or proper herbs to cure a fever. Some of them know even more, hiding magical knowledge behind the face of a grandmotherly wisdom. All of them should prove to be useful. Skeletons. These skeletons have been given a semblance of life through necromancy, though these skeletons have no ligaments or musculature. Their joints are bound together with metal bolts, and their bones appear to be bound in leather straps and cords wound beneath their armor. Skeletons suffer less damage from slashing and piercing. Some just all the same details as a giant skeleton, just the giant parts cut out. Small thug. In a society where there are going to be people who can't live by the laws society lays down, maybe they feel downtrodden and oppressed. Maybe they're driven to the streets because they have no other options. Maybe they're just resentful. Whatever the cause, quite a large number of them have chosen to slip into a life of crime. Living by preying off others, you have done it yourself. It doesn't mean that you like it any better than when they're trying to prey on you. Tieflings, female. Oh yeah, we had seen one of them, I think, at one point. The lower planes spirits, lower plane spits evil across the cosmos, infecting everything it touches. Sometimes it swallows people. When they come back as lower planes, stamped across their faces and their souls. And sometimes they come back bearing children. A child who has been touched by the lower planes is called a tiefling, and it's scarred them from birth. Being born with a soul that's quintessentially tainted with evil will do that. The reaction tiefling earns while growing up scars it further. Tieflings tend to be loners, steering clear of trust and friends, living their own lives. When they do trust, they do it sparingly and only over a long period of time. And it's rare that they'll ever show it. Townspeople, women, men, zombies, male and female. Alright. Awful lot of you hanging around out here after dark.
Come on in here, Cutter. Give it a rest. You don't want to sleep on the streets or get killed out here. Come on in.
All right.
Hey, Cutter, come here. Come on in and sleep it off. Have a good one.
The flop house?
Come on in here, Cutter. Give it a rest. You don't want to sleep on the streets or get killed out here. Come on in.
I actually just got done with a long rest. Thank you, sir. Oh, wow, look at all these guys. And this one died today.
gameplay. Always run. Get him. Got you cornered now, punk.
Skills have increased.
Come on in here, Cutter. Give it a rest. You don't want to sleep on the streets or get killed out here. Come on in.
Yeah, suddenly calmed yourself real
Cutter,
fast,
come on.
didn't
You
you?
don't want to sleep out here. It's cold. Come on inside where it's warm.
Come on, Cutter. Let's have a look at her. She'll go and she'll do anything for you.
Hey, Cutter. Come here. Come on in and sleep it off. Have a good one.
You seem over anxious, sir. No thanks. Well, simple and honest. You could probably sell it to the local merchant for a bit of coin. Or just at least equip it for now. Copper earring. There, some extra stuff just in case. Tattoos, hands, right ring, left ring. More tattoos. Me eyeball. In my chest.
What's up?
Come on, girls are the finest in town. They'll make you feel right at home.
Oh, he does have level up. Level up Mort Fighter. He's a fighter? He's got unusually low AC. Or oh, actually, is this like using second edition rules? Because that would explain why he's got crazy low AC. Means he's super evasive. Saving throws are improved. Fighting skill has improved. Additional 8 hit points gained. 2 hit points gained from con bonus. Saving throws and thief skills. Okie doke. Good stuff. And nameless one. Level up for him. Saving throws have improved. Fighting skills have improved. Plus 1 characteristic point gained and 7 hit points gained. One character point. Maybe eventually I'll go out more to Constitution. Right now I think I should push Strength, Int, and Dex up.
Because, yeah, I believe most of the stuff, strength is what gives me my bonus, and hitting 14 should just give me another +1 to my to hit. So, alright.
Hey, you! Hey, Cutter, come on inside
All right.
and get warm. We'll give you a nice bed.
Come on, Cutter. Let's have a look at her. She'll go. She'll do anything for you.
Down and rest it off.
Very aggressive salesman. Rack Picker Square? I think that's where we want to go. Southwestern portion of the hive. Flop house, yeah. That's what I assume is what's really going on there.
Shy, she'll do anything you want. I promise, won't you, honey?
Seedy part of the neighborhood, in short.
Done.
Collector, collector. Is that all his hit points? Yep. Oh. So archery leads 1 inches of wall building before becoming blocked by a solid wall of refuse. The rubbish is packed so tightly it may as well be stones and mortar. As you come closer, however, the archway's outline begins to shimmer as you notice a handful of junk you've been carrying begins to shimmer as well. Thrust the junk into the archway. The wall of refuse flickers, wavers, and seems to fold in on itself, revealing an open space beyond it. A passage or portal seems to have been formed within the frame of the archway. Here we go. Progress, as they say. We seem to have made it in. Ragged middle-aged collector approaches you as you enter the area. Aye, he quickly looks you over and then sneers. Don't know you. I don't believe I've made your acquaintance either. Collector continues to glare at you. I'm looking for a name named Farod. What you're looking for is no concern of mine, Burke, he spits. What is concern to me is that you're still breathing in my presence.
not sure what to do. I don't want to immediately start a fight, but if he's going to start one, I'll just ignore him for now and let him do it. As you turn to leave, you notice the collector's drawing a knife in his pockets. Don't you know, I was thinking about coming down here, but the only place you'll be going is the mortuary, Cutter. I don't think so.
I'm gone.
Did you see that?
Damn.
Did you see that?
Die.
After him. This one bites will be his downfall. Let's get the one with the good armor down.
Die. Die.
Some people just never learn. One, three. I don't think he has the ear to put it on, but we can check. Nope. Hey, we cut our junk too, so we can come back through the same way if we need to. Okay, it doesn't want to stack for whatever reason. How about this? There we go. Not that it's heavy, it's just that it's all collecting in his inventory right now. Seems to be a dead end. lot of spare daggers we're holding on to right now. Rat Tail Charm, special. Plus 10% stealth skill bonus, plus 5% pickpocket skill bonus. Minus 1 to charisma. It's not something he can use. Not something he can use either, but at least he can store it.
Yeah? Sure, why not?
All right.
See, I remember getting down here in that initial fight at the door, I think, is what killed me every time. That's where I gave up last time I played this game. Just from the Cryptex, okay, it is a healing item. Oh, I think it's like a non-combat thing. Okay.
I'm hurt.
I see that.
I'm hurt.
Encore! Encore!
Up yours, Mort.
I hope you haven't forgotten yourself, but I want to explain our boring adventures all over again.
Well, there's the place that we have found ourselves in. Actually, yeah. I'm gonna say we're gonna backtrack on that and maybe try not to die. So, Let's see where our last load was. I know it was nighttime, so it wasn't too far back. Okay, yeah, it was just before we walked in, so we'll have to repeat the entry to this particular dungeon. But that's gonna be it for today. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you're all enjoying. If there's anything else you want me to look into or that I'm missing so far, let me know, and I can possibly look into it. But otherwise, that's gonna be it for today. Thank you all again for watching, and do check out the links below for the other channels. If you're not subscribed to them, you can always subscribe or follow them depending on where you're watching. And you can also check out the links to find the live streams if you're not already here watching. And you can always come and join in on the chat. You can also check out the links for my Patreon, should also be down there if you wish to actually donate and help out to the channel. There are multiple tiers and multiple prices. I do not force anyone to do so, and the minimum is at least $1, and every dollar helps me out. So thank you all again. Have a good evening, and I'll be back tomorrow night, yes, for some more Planescape Torment.
This is probably the worst place we can be in Sigil at the worst time.
Oh, I don't know about that, Mort. You could be worse places. But anyways, that's going to be it for tonight. Thanks again, and see y'all tomorrow. Have a good night.